people who couldn't make it tonight. My name is Yvonne Boland, and I'm here on behalf of Newbridge Community Development. This is the fourth meeting of this nature that we've organised over the last couple of years. It doesn't get easy. It's a difficult logistical event, and we're only learners really, so bear with us. We're doing our best to try and facilitate a good, engaging...
Why didn't you organise it for the town hall?
Sorry, one of the things I'm about to touch on are the rules for tonight, and that's against one of them, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if I get to the rules, so just bear with me for a second. So as I was saying, we're trying to facilitate an engaging and open evening of discussion and debate with our candidates who are seated in front of you there, who will be looking for your vote on Friday. So in terms of just who we are as a group, Newbridge Community Development is in existence since the late 90s, and we're a small group of local residents and volunteers who are doing our best to try and support active community engagement with events like this, also trying to facilitate community input into the decisions that are being made by the council and planning decisions and other development decisions, and trying to support groups in the town that are pursuing specific projects or specific goals, and trying to offer what support you can there to improve the general well-being in the town. We are hoping to, as I said, have a nice civilised engagement tonight. The rule that we'll just ask is that one person speaks at a time. Try to respect the timings that we have set out, which are pretty tight, and it's going to be difficult, I know, for the candidates who have a lot to say on the issues to stick to those times, but we appreciate their efforts in that regard so that we can have a nice and engaging event. There's a seat for you there, Martin. Yeah. So there will be a microphone for the audience members. We will invite you to ask your questions, but please use the mic so everybody can hear. Follow the format that we've set out, which I'll go through now in a minute. We hope it'll be nicely organised and a little bit interesting and engaging as we move through the different topics. So the format for the night will be asking our candidates to introduce themselves to you and to give you an idea of why they've decided to run. We'll then turn over to the floor, and for about an hour's time we'll have questions from the floor on whatever topics it is that are important to you in the general election. And we'll ask the candidates to answer on those questions, and we'll ask them to keep their responses to about a minute so we can get through as many questions as possible. Towards the end then we'll have a little bit of a quick fire round. If you have short questions that you'd like to hear the candidates' positions on, we'll try and get through that. And then at the very end we'll just ask the candidates to sum up. We'll give them a whole 90 seconds for that. And I'm sure they'll hang around afterwards if you have other questions that you wanted to ask them. Excuse me. So we have a number of, as you see, we have 9 candidates in front of us. There are a total of 15 candidates running for the general election in Kildare South. The candidates in front of you are 9 of them. There's also Shónagh Raghallaigh from Sinn Féin, Willie Carton of Independent Ireland, Robert Cosgrave of People Before Profit Solidarity, Adele Doran of Independent Ireland, Tom MacDonald, non-party, and Leanne O'Neill, non-party. So that's 15, it'll be a long ballot, so hopefully tonight's event will help you to make your decision in a little bit more informed manner. So, as I mentioned, we have 15 candidates running. There are 4 seats in the constituency, it's a 4-seater. The fact that we have the Count Corla in the constituency means that there are only 3 seats up for grabs. He is automatically re-elected, and he will take his position as a member of Dáil Éireann without having to be elected into that role. So we have 3 seats, as I say, up for grabs. The constituency is a big one. It spans quite a large geographical area. Newbridge is obviously the biggest population centre in the constituency, potentially bigger than all of the other population centres put together. So we think we're kind of important. We hope the candidates do too, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity tonight to impress on them what's important to us here in Newbridge in terms of winning our vote. So we had apologies, I should mention, just in terms of the candidates here tonight. We had apologies from both Willie, Carton and Shónagh ní Raghallaigh. And Shónagh, she sent me a message that I don't actually have in front of me, but I will read out before the end of the night. She has a representative here that will answer questions if people want to talk to them afterwards. So I think we'll go straight into the candidate introductions, if that's all right. So Jennifer here beside me is going to time the contributions. She'll let you know when you're 10 seconds from the end, and then she has a little bell, which we'll all be, I'm sure, quite tired of by the end of the night. So we're going to take it in alphabetical order. We'll take it from the top this time, but we will rotate that, and maybe even sometimes from the middle, just to, get it really exciting. But we'll call on you then, Paul, if you don't mind, to give us a minute to tell us who you are and why you decided to stand for election.
Excellent. We can hear you okay? That's great. Thanks very much, Yvonne.